time fans, welcome back to Tori Talks with Dr. S. I'm Tori. This is Dr. S. Today we'll discuss Season 3, Episode 6. It's called The Shadow in the Night. I haven't figured out what that means regarding this episode yet.
Okay, me neither. I hadn't even thought about it.
Like in the dream?
The shadow in the night. The shadow like Shadow Soul?
Yeah, exactly. Like
so,
Land Fear.
So Forsaken related. There were a few Forsaken.
There's a lot. It was a pretty
hearty. So it's the Forsaken in the night.
That's true. Okay,
we'll go with that for now.
Appreciate it. All right, well, it starts in Tanchico, 95 years ago.
Finally.
Yes, and we see a much younger Leandrin and baby Leandrin in a cell. Mm-hmm. Oh, this was horrible. She's, what was your guess? How old do you think she is? 13?
13. I want to say 13 because that's the age that she was saying she was remember when she went?
Child,
yeah,
right?
I think so.
Yes.
And it would make sense because she had a baby. So she had to be like around 13.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Which also, 95 years ago, Leandrin's old. But I know it's different. Mm-hmm. It's different, the aging process for them. Yes. Okay, so her husband, Boral, comes in and tells his little servant guy to drown the baby.
So that's what you guys do? Like they like have the child brides accidentally have a baby? I mean, I guess there's no accidents or on purpose. It's just going to happen. And then they just drown the baby?
There's no birth control.
That's terrible.
Well, yes. So at first she's frustrated by the baby. She said, he doesn't like this. You're making too much noise. Be quiet, you rat, or whatever. And then she becomes very protective of him when she realizes that he might die. Yeah. So then she gets super angry. Reminds me of Nynaeve. Well, not anger. Well,
like emotion. Like kind of in... Yeah, like she'll produce like channeling out of her emotions.
Right.
Do you think that was like the first time she channeled?
I do.
Ooh.
But I'm just guessing.
Like she didn't know she was capable of that?
Yeah, because she probably would have killed him a long time ago. Yeah. No? I don't know. But she gets angry, channels, kills the servant, and then kills him.
With such precision.
Yeah.
Like just like a bullet through the brain.
Isn't that nice?
Very clean kill. I was like, wow.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that makes sense, though, because, like, Nynaeve didn't know she could channel till she was, like, 20-something, nor did Egwene. So that's actually quite young.
It's just, you need something to get it out, and that's what kicked it into gear. I'm just saying, I don't know if that's true.
That totally makes sense.
So, she's not done there, though. On her way out, she stomps on his head. Stomps on it good.
So, yeah. So, that moment, was totally Leandrin, right? Because at first, the two, like, killing them through the head, I get it because you're protecting your baby. But that stomp extra at the end, I was like, that's the Leandrin that we know.
We love and know.
Like,
I love her.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
She escapes, and then it's so sad. She's, I think, at the docks area of Tanchico, and she's pleading for help, and no one even cares. No one's even listening or paying attention.
Even notice her, or if they do, it's like a nuisance, like a fly. They're like swatting her away. Yeah. I think it is the dock, because remember that picture that we had seen with that big statue?
Yes.
And we're like, oh.
That's where she decides to take a little nap. I mean, she's got to be so exhausted from all this trauma that she's put through and having a baby, sleepless nights. So she sits under it, falls asleep, and then somebody comes to visit her in a dream, and it's somebody that we haven't seen for a while.
We know him. Ishamael. Yeah.
And I don't know why I'm saying this, but I kind of missed him.
I liked
What's wrong with
because he was complicated. You know, I still kind of like, okay, I get what you wanted. You wanted to end the suffering. He had like a purpose.
Kind of sad.
Yeah, because we had him since season 1, so we kind of missed him.
It's so cool to see the moment that this all happened. And it was kind of under dire and duress that she probably made this deal with him, right? I mean, what else was she going to do, too?
She was hopeless, right? Nobody was going to help her. And basically, she and her son might have died.
Yeah.
So that's
the only one offering help.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so I guess what's crazy is I didn't really think that she would have become a dark friend at the age of 13. Like before she even became an Aes Sedai. So you make that deal early on, and then you like live a whole life like as like a sleeper cell spy.
Ooh, that's a big burden to bear.
That's like a long time before she was like called to action.
Whoa.
Right? That's like, I mean, when was she called to action? Just in the recent events that we saw in the tower?
Yeah.
So 95 years? Wild.
Jeez.
And did you notice that statue had like the collar on it? That's the demonic collar, right?
Yes.
because it was dark. Was it actually still on it, like the actual collar, or just like a sculpture?
It was on it.
Yeah, okay. Like,
oh, you mean that's part of the
it's like a
statue.
statue representing the time in which there were males
right?
immanent, or was there an actual?
Oh, I didn't know if there was an actual
it was
one.
really big though. Probably not. Probably was just a statue, right? Okay.
I don't know now.
I don't know.
That's a good question.
Yeah, because I was like, it's big. I guess it couldn't because it'd be so big.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, it's really
there were
huge.
big people. Like big, no, it can't be.
Okay, well, I'm so happy to kind of know more about Leandrin and how she became this way, and you're kind of like, I get it. You had no other option, right? Okay, then the very next shot is Leandrin dreaming about being the Amberlin seat, and she's just taking it all in, and Lanfear shows up.
Yes. So it's like she's dreaming. Is she in her own dream? Now I'm all like,
I know.
Whose dream? Are we in Leandrin's dream, or we are in Teleran Riod? Which Tar, I guess, is the short.
Oh, that's good to know. Thank you.
It's much it's easier to say.
Yeah.
Yeah. So is she in her own dream, or is she in Tar?
Oh, I thought she was in her dream because she'd totally be dreaming of being Amberlin
right.
seat.
Yeah. Okay.
But
then if Lanfear appears, like, do you get like sucked in to Tar? I don't know.
That's a really good question. I don't know. It would appear that way, wouldn't it?
It had the look. It had the like haze of Tar. You know that like cool haze that you get when they're in there and they're So,
but it's hazy.
I don't know. Yeah.
Yes. So Leandrin is saying that she stayed in the tower as long as she could, like per her orders, right? That came from Lanfear. I really need to know the ranking system here because she seems to have a lot of power.
She was like one of the most important of the Red, right? Was she the highest?
Oh, I mean Lanfear, right?
Lanfear.
Like the fact that she
amongst the Forsaken, her ranking,
or they just all kind of.
Well, they all want to be the one who replaces Ishamael, right? But I remember in the little Forsaken social that we saw, none of them have been spoken to by the Dark One yet. So I think maybe they're still vying to be the
they have to prove themselves.
I think so.
Yeah, because they really are out for themselves here.
They are, and I didn't quite follow. Like, they're like Leandrin's saying they all just answer to Ishi, right? But Lanfear is saying, oh, Ravin got to some of you, which Ravin is the one who's Gabriel.
Yes.
Right? Gabriel, who's, the queen's consort, the boyfriend of Morghese.
Yes. The one I'm not supposed to feel things for. Okay.
So she suspects Ravin of getting some of the 5 Black Aja who are in Tanchico of like onto his side. That's what I think. That's how I think.
I thought she said of the 5 sisters sworn to Black Aja, 1 works for Ravin, and then she should kill that one.
Yes, but they don't know which one, right?
Right.
Right. Yeah.
Can I just say something, by the way? Remember when they said, last episode, they said that there's still a Black Aja in the tower? Isn't that Shiriam lady? Didn't we suspect who, oh God, did she not sign someone out, Elaine out? So remember back then, she's like the head of the novices or something. Wouldn't she be the Dark Friend? Or did we never get confirmation?
No, but she was compelled to sign.
Under compulsion.
Yeah, I think so. We did suspect her, but then we realized her signature was all like sketchy.
Funky.
And so she was compelled to do something.
You.
So
Appreciate
I think.
that.
But I am confused by the numbers because there's some in the tower, or 1 left, they think, in the tower.
At least 1.
At least 1.
Right.
But then there's like 5 who went to Tanchico, right?
For this.
Yes, and then they're now, like, Lanfear wants to root out the 1 that Ravin got and wants Lanfear to kill him.
And she only has until tomorrow.
Yes. Very time-sensitive mission.
Yes. Well, let's talk more about the 5 Black Aja in Tanchico.
Okay.
Oh, I can't tell you too much about them, their backstory, but they're staying at Lenault's estate, which that's the guy.
That's like where Lanfear's husband's family, kind of their house, their mansion.
Where she wreaked havoc on the wedding.
She killed them.
Yes.
Yeah. They called it like Red Bath or something like that. Like,
oh, it was so cool. Yeah, what was it?
Red Party? Something.
We have Red Party. I don't know. So we have the Green Aja, Black Aja, Jane.
Who I like. She kind of looks like a Robin Hood.
She does.
And she has now they've done like a white streak.
Yeah, what was that about?
Because it wasn't in her
I swear
hair.
it was not.
It was not, but I don't
not.
understand why that's now her marker. Because when she was at the White Tower, she did not have that. When she was like, oh, I could feel them. It's all creepy. But now she has that, right? That's her. They said Jeannie?
Jane?
Jane?
Jane? case. I don't even know.
Thank you for validating that it's a weird spelling.
It is. And yes.
Jeanne?
Yep.
Okay.
That's it. You nailed it. As far as I'm concerned, you nailed that.
Okay.
And then there's Ispan, who's blue.
Okay.
Formerly blue, I don't even know. And then, of course, they have Leandrin red, Naomi brown, and Chesmal yellow. Now, I looked that up. I don't think they even said it, or it might have been in the credits. Either way, this is who we're working with here, okay? So then Leandrin shows a picture of the shackled man, which is the statue, right?
Yes,
and he's older than Tanchico.
Yes.
And part of it still stands at the docks.
Yes, just the man.
Just the man. And this is a man who can channel. And he's collared by 2 Aes Sedai.
Yes.
So they need the collar and the second bracelet by tomorrow.
Yes. Why tomorrow? Oh, because Lanfear.
Lanfear's putting the pressure on. Deadlines, you know? We all have them.
Yes.
Okay. But then, of course, while they're talking, Moggy is there lurking as one of their servants, right?
And does she spit in their...
She's so weird. She is doing laundry, but then she's manhandling the laundry and breathing it in. She chews food, baby bird style, spits it in their food. Like, it's the weirdest. She's so weird.
She's so weird. It's like, is that just her funsies?
Why are you doing that too?
She's got like the main thing she's trying to do, like the big evil, but she also likes to squeeze in like these little mischievous, disgusting evil.
Okay.
Like, it's not going to kill anybody, but it's just fun for her.
It makes her really fun to watch.
Yeah.
I mean, it's gross, but I just wonder, well, don't they all work for the same person, though? Why are you messing with them? It just shows how, like, childlike she is. Right. She's very childish.
The whole, like, whatever the Dark One's big plan is to, like, break the wheel or whatever, is not that urgent of a mission. I guess they have time, so that they have time to just mess around and...
Inhale laundry?
And, like, put it on your face.
Wait, what the heck was that?
She's so entertaining, though.
It is entertaining.
It is entertaining.
Right?
She's like so fun to watch, but then you have to look away when she does these ridiculously disgusting things.
I definitely reacted to that.
Yes.
Stay tuned for that reaction.
Same.
Later, Leandrin asked Naomi if she was asking about, that weave you did with the child bride. Can you weave something more precise? And then she was saying, well, only the Forsaken can do that for now. But she's basically like, so tell me more about this weave thing that you do. I mean, her
she wants to learn that skill, I think. She wants to unlock, like Leandrin wants to unlock this new ability.
New power.
Yeah.
And she does later.
Yeah.
So creepy. Naomi's sleeping, and in her sleep, she shields her. Does she shield her? She shields her.
Yep.
That's the one.
Yep.
And then she gets her to tell her that the collar is in Penarch's palace. And then she says... She doesn't need to worry about being the chosen because she wants to become one.
She's going to become one? What? Newsflash.
When did that happen?
I don't know.
I didn't know this was her ultimate goal. Is it like her son's dead? She's like, why not?
I totally thought that. I'm like, when did this cross her mind? Like, when did Leandrin decide, you know what? I want to be a Forsaken. It's not enough for me to be, like, maybe it's because she wants the power. Because you know how Lanfear was like, oh, you liked it in the White Tower because you liked being, like, did she say, like, center of attention?
Yeah,
or blah,
something
blah.
like that.
She was sitting in the Amerlin seat, so she clearly can't be Amerlin anymore, so maybe she wants to be a Forsaken because she likes power.
Yeah, she sure does.
And she wants to then maybe, like, take down, I don't know, Lanfear?
Yeah, maybe she even admires Lanfear, which is interesting.
But Lanfear also killed her son, though, so maybe that's why she wants to, like...
She wants to kill Lanfear.
Kill Lanfear. Maybe.
Well, anyway, sorry. Tangent. But she does ultimately kill Naomi, and Ispan saw it all. So later, Ispan, in a dream, I'm guessing in Teleran Riod, is visited by Moggy. Are they in Tar? I don't know. Now yeah, because if they're meeting,
right? I mean,
it's not just her dreaming. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I just don't know. Like, if someone falls asleep, they're dreaming. That's their dream. But then I don't know at which point they like cross over. Like I don't know if like a Forsaken has to take them into Tar. Like, they cross over. I think a Forsaken can come into your dream, like Lanfear came into Egwene's dream.
Yeah.
But then, like, how do they, they go the other way?
Okay, because maybe it was a meeting planned. Okay, Ispan and Ravin were going to meet in Tar. But then Moggy, went in there, right? Like that, because that's clearly who she was waiting for to
Yes.
tell that she
Yes.
found out about Naomi and that Leandrin killed her.
Yes.
And that she wants to become a Forsaken. Like, she
Right.
kind of just spills the beans
Yes.
to her, right?
Yes.
She was like, no, I was going to tell you.
Yeah.
So then she says 2 of the 5, the dark one is hunting, they're going to Tanchico, or they're in Tanchico.
Okay.
Then Moggy kills her. They're dropping like flies.
Like,
these black Aja.
She kills her with her black fingers, like pokes new eye sockets for her.
Everything she does. What are
Like,
you
I'm
doing?
not gonna poke your eyes out because I want to see your eyes when I poke you new eye holes. What's wrong with you?
What are you
I think
doing?
my reaction is just like, what is wrong with you?
Yeah, it's just ridiculous.
Demented.
God, but you're kind of fun.
I know.
What's wrong with us? Okay.
I know. What's wrong with us?
Really? Yeah.
Yes.
We wear the colors of Leandrin and Lanfear. They're not supposed to be like the greatest people. And then now we're intrigued
Yeah,
by Moggy
that's
and her
true.
weirdness.
Okay. Good point.
Oh,
Good point.
no.
Okay.
Okay, well, let's just...
Move on.
Yep. We're going to go to the Tanchico crew.
I love them so much.
They're really, really fun.
This is like the joy of my life, Tanchico.
Yes. Let's just stay in Tanchico. Forget the mission. Okay, so I like that Elaine is doing her typical thing and she's quizzing Nynaeve about the Black Aja, like where they're from. And she says Saldia. One of them's from Saldia, which we find out later someone else is from Saldia.
Yes.
So I'm like, what connection
Yes,
is that?
exactly. I was like, Saldia. Okay, that's been mentioned 2 times.
Yes.
Connections. Yes. Okay.
So they're doing their best to fit in wearing the Tanchico garb, which I was so jealous of. It's like bohemian, gypsy,
yes.
just some kind of boho chic.
Yes. Like yeah.
All of the above. But I like that when Matt and Min come in and they're kind of laughing at Nynaeve for what she's wearing. And it's just like very playful and light.
Yeah.
A lot of what Tanchico, it looks like a party town. Someone compared it to New Orleans. Well, good, because we need a little bit of that,
They're
right?
like smiling, which Nynaeve smiling is a joy. Like we haven't seen her
Rare.
smile in a very long time. She's so heavy all the time.
Yeah,
Yes.
she's. You know what? You're right. It was
Yeah.
It was nice to see her in this different,
Yes.
lighter manner. Elaine is even going one step further, and she's really playing the part well with an accent. And because I watch really silly television, and I might be wrong for the UK viewers, but it sounds like she's a Scouse accent.
Oh.
Is that right? Well, definitely the younger Leandrin sounded Scouse. I don't know.
What is Scouse?
I don't know. They might be from Liverpool or something.
Oh.
But please tell me if that's
Okay.
true or not. But I don't know. I watch a lot of like Love Island UK. I'm not proud of it. I'm just studying, you know?
Well,
Human
it's like
psychology.
it's the ethnographic TV.
Ooh, that's
Yes,
what it is.
Hence, you know the specific accents of
Probably
certain.
not Scouse at all. It's like Manchester. Anyway, okay, so she's really fitting in well. And then we hear a beautiful, familiar voice. Oh my gosh, how excited were you to see Tom
I
Maryland?
was so excited. I've been waiting because I've known since the very right. I've been saying
You knew
he's
it.
not dead because
knew
we did
it.
not see him die, and he is too beautiful of a man to have been introduced to us and then be dead. Like, why even bother?
Right.
So
What a treat.
I was
Tanchico just
Silver
gets
Fox.
better and better. The gift that keeps on giving.
Yes.
Our Gleeman is here, and Matt's talking to him like, oh, hey, old friend. And he's a little bitter about being left to fight the fate alone.
I mean, yeah, I guess I would be too,
I
right?
guess I would too, but like,
Those fates are nasty.
yeah, but I mean, what would you expected him to stay back? He's a kid. He doesn't know what he's doing.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, I guess the question is, did Matt think that the Gleeman was going to be able to fight the Fade with his guitar or something?
He figured it out.
I mean, clearly he is capable.
He made it work.
I would like to see more of Tom Maryland fighting, but yeah, he is bitter, and I don't blame him.
yeah. He also says he wants nothing to do with what's going on. He says, I'm not going to get involved, but his like one little nugget of advice is to stay away from Leandrin.
Yeah, everyone knows Leandrin. Like you say
Yeah.
Leandrin, and they're like Leandrin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he also mentions, maybe this is of importance, I don't know, or just a fun fact, that he was in Elaine's mother's court a long time
It
ago.
has to matter. I noted that as well.
It
So
has
yes, so
to
he has
matter.
history with Moghedien.
Oh, God.
Like he knows that.
Oh, yeah,
that-
sorry. For a second, I was like, wait, what kind of history?
No.
Is this Elaine's dad? I'm just kidding. Sorry, I got really excited. Okay.
Hey, you never know.
You
I don't
really
know.
never know.
You don't.
So, because he says, well, what is the daughter of Andor doing here? But, like, he's not the only one that recognized her. Somebody else said,
Everyone knows her, by the way. Again, right?
Nice
like
try, though.
far and wide, people
your hair
know. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
maybe
Your
pull your
hair
hair
is
back.
very distinct.
yeah. So then he kind of comes in to rescue her from being called out for being the daughter of Andor.
Yes.
And then he says, this is my apprentice. And they're like, oh yeah, prove it. And she decides to sing The Hills of Tanchico. Tell me how you feel about this song.
Okay, so first of all, I watched the show twice, this episode. Once was right at midnight when it came out, so I was really tired, you guys. I wake up for work at like 5:30 in the morning.
Nice commitment.
So I swear, the first time I heard the song, I had no idea what the hills were. And then the second time around, when I watched it with my family, with my boys, I was like, oh my God, hills are boobs.
They're boobs! And you know what kind of gave it away too is, sorry, we're not wearing a very good dress for this. They shimmy a lot. They do a lot of the shimmying.
Well, they like fondle themselves too.
They do a lot?
Yeah. But I don't know how I heard the whole song the whole way through and didn't catch it. It was super cute though when Elaine also, because you could tell she didn't realize it at first.
And
then she's like,
oh.
And then she gets into it. Yeah. That was like so fun.
It was super fun. But okay, why does she know that song? How does she know that song? How does she just know things?
She knows everything because she's been studying up to be the queen.
She's so good.
Like she knows everything, and not just like politics and geography, but now we know she knows like popular culture of like every town in the whole realm.
She really knows a lot.
Pretty impressive young girl.
Yeah. Other people are getting in on the action too. You see Min over there dancing.
Yeah.
And then, okay, sorry to like bring the fun down, but Min sees a vision while sitting with Nynaeve, and I like how she kind of explained how visions go with Nynaeve. She's saying like, well, sometimes it's when I don't even want a vision, like it's like the worst timing, right?
Yeah.
The timing is,
Yeah.
you know,
She can't control it
not
at
convenient.
all. Yeah.
Yeah. So she sees a vision. I got a little confused with this. So then she asked this man if he saw Jane.
Yes.
And he did. He saw her in the city center. Now that's just getting intel, like,
Yes,
right? Because they're trying to find the Black Aja. But is that so? She saw the vision of what the man was thinking.
No. So this is what I think. Well, I don't know.
You.
I could be
No,
wrong.
tell me.
This is how I said no as if I know.
I feel like you do know. You always know.
What I think it is that she saw Jean kill him, but she lied to him and said, I see you marry her. And she did that like clever last spur of the moment to get him to give information.
Nice.
That's what I think. But yeah, that was such a well done scene. That whole in the tavern scene, because we got to see Min and Nynaeve bond.
She was drinking. Nynaeve was drinking.
Having fun. And kind of opening up too about how she feels. Like, isn't that what she was talking about? How she's afraid of her power? Is that what she was talking about? She was like, I'm afraid, like, you know, to like, I just got this sense that she didn't like want to have that much power. She just wants to be like a wisdom, like, you know, like just
fly under the radar.
Yeah, like just, you know, get the herbs of the two rivers and heal people and not have like all this power. Like, and she so wants to like keep it like, she's like so controlled. Yeah. Like she can't like relax at all. And she has control issues.
A little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit.
That's like a recurring theme for her.
I know. Somebody else hears the name Leandrin because they're talking about it. An older man overhears, and then she offers to buy him around to find out more. And then Ispin, is it Ispin's there? No. Somebody's there.
One of them's there, right?
Wait, Ispin was killed. One of them's there. They're everywhere.
They are.
But they kind of have to be, right? They have to have their guard up a little bit. And then a Tanchicoan, I don't know how you say it, man, gives Matt a bracelet and says that it was at his dad's shop that's by the old docks. First of all, who is this man?
I don't know. He was in a poster. Remember he was in a poster, and in a certain lighting, I thought it was Tom Maryland.
Yes.
Well, what a coincidence. They showed up at the same time. But it totally wasn't Tom Maryland. But yeah, I guess he's got like
who is his dad?
He's got like a thrift shop or something.
Yes, down by the docks.
So I know because Leandrin's been here for a while trying to find these things, and our guys just come and like find it like that.
Yeah.
So easy.
Why did that happen so easily?
Yeah.
That was
I know. I guess Leandrin just can't be out there asking herself, you know, she's got to like send people to find it and
yeah. Anyway, so they're all coming down from the night of fun, and Nynaeve and Elaine are in their room, and then they also get a little visit by Moggy. She's really making the rounds, isn't she?
Yeah, she's everywhere. Yeah.
Yes, this is very fascinating. This little sequence of scenes.
Totally.
So she puts them under compulsion, and it makes them childlike.
Did you see how they synchronize like? It was amazing.
And they're like, so excited. Tell me more.
It's like,
it's very,
Yes.
and she's very childlike, right? They're comfortable. They're smiley. They're open to confide in her. And they just want whatever you say. Yeah. We're totally down.
Yeah.
And then she tells, somehow gets it out of them that they found the second bracelet. And they say it in such a way of like,
they're like, I have a secret.
Are you proud of us? Yeah. And then Nye brings it to her, but won't let go of it.
It's like she's strong. Like something deep in, right?
Yes.
Is like fighting the compulsion, which is probably like her power.
Yes.
Yeah, I thought that was amazing too. Like, okay. Like
she smiles
like she knows.
and then she doesn't.
Yeah. And then Moggy even commented like, you're resisting.
Yes.
Like she notices. So she knows that Nynaeve is powerful too, which that's scary.
Yeah. Did she say something about in her time they would have done away with them? Someone who's that strong, kind of?
Moggy has these like insights about their character that I thought were interesting, you know? Like, she just would say things like, oh, you're this, and I don't remember exactly what she said, but I was like, oh, she's kind of like analyzing like their character.
Yes.
She's sneaky.
She is. We see her mark her face. That's from one of the posters, right?
Like the I know.
But just the caressing. I don't think we didn't see. Actual
yeah, because I think that was new for me. I was
cutting.
Like that was her way of like marking her.
Jeez.
Like
her territory. I've been here.
Yeah, I think so. Just because she said that, oh, you'll only remember that I came, but it was the wrong door. But then she like left that mark on her to like remind her.
Yeah, why would you do that?
Like another one, just like to because she's crazy. She's crazy.
Yeah, she wipes their memory, and then they come to have pounding headaches, by the way, and then they realize the bracelet is missing, and then Elaine says, you're bleeding down your cheek. So they didn't really go any further than that, but do they know that they've been under compulsion? Or do they know something happened? I mean, they had to,
I think they must, right?
Not when she was drinking. She got a cut, and it's just starting to bleed.
Yes. And by the way, this scene is making me very, very mad at Suan. Because in the prior episode, when Elida confronts her in her, chambers, and she says, like, where is Elaine? And she said, oh, she's on a mission or a journey of my choosing. I let more gays know, well protected, I let more gays know. I was under the impression that Suan knows where they are, actually sent them, and they are well protected. But clearly they're not well protected if somebody is just coming into their room and like compelling them and scratching their face.
Interesting.
I actually think Suan doesn't even know where they are.
I think you're right.
Yeah.
Swan's getting a little messy.
I think she does not know where they are. I know they are on a journey of her choosing. It's just to find the Black Aja. But I don't think she knows where they are because...
I think you're right.
Right? And I let more gays know. I don't quite know what that means. Like, what did you let her know? Because you didn't tell her anything. You let her know something. There's a difference there. But I don't know what it means. Totally. I'm still trying to figure it out. But clearly no one is... And they're well protected. I think that means that they can fend for themselves type thing because she knows they're powerful. But they have power, but they're not that... They don't know how to control it, so that's not really good.
Ooh.
But yeah, I don't think Swan knows.
I think you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's bad.
That is very unsettling.
I was hoping there was like a secret army of Aes Sedai waiting to like help them if weird stuff like this happened, but clearly no.
They're on their own.
They're on their own.
Okay, well, let's turn to Perrin, my love, my little sweetie pie. So Perrin is still injured from last episode, and they call for Alana, the Aes Sedai. She can heal, but she's also very badly hurt.
How many arrows? Like 13?
Oh, too many.
Like way, like a
lethal amount.
Oh my gosh.
So Maxim and her are kind of saying their goodbyes at this point.
Yeah.
It's not looking good, but then Eldrin and Bodhi come in to save the day, and I loved her walking them through the process.
It was beautiful. I got chills
yourself
again.
As a bud, and that was beautiful the way she walked them through that to heal her.
I love that.
Good girl.
I love how at the end though she's like, "I told you so."
Yeah.
To Maxim.
Oh yeah.
Because she's like, "There's powerful people here." The fact that they could even do that, being totally untrained, and now that we mentioned like when do people first channel, I bet being in the cage when they were was the first time.
Like, you're hurting my mom.
They didn't even probably know. Wow. And it's both of them.
Yeah, and it's both of them. Yeah. That's right. Yeah.
I thought it was maybe one or the other, but it's clearly both of them now. That's,
oh my gosh. That was really cool.
So there's all these people in Two Rivers, and who else might there be amongst all the the people, right, who can do things.
Two Rivers is a magical place.
Alana's so smart.
I know, right? She knew. Okay, so then also in Two Rivers, Fail explains a little bit about her childhood, where she grew up in Saldia. She says both of her parents were generals, and her mother was a dark friend. And wanted her to be one. And then she goes and tells her brother, and then he's trying to resist this. Like, I think he's trying to kill her or stop her, and then she kills her own son.
I guess being a dark friend is just serious business. Yeah. And then do you, like, when you become a dark friend, then you try to convert your kids too? That's what happens?
That's the process.
Like, hey, we need to have a talk.
This is a family thing.
I took these
This is a family affair.
You either take them too, or I'm going to kill you.
Right. Ooh, that's really scary.
Yeah.
That's really sad. But I do like learning more about her. And then I think this opens Perrin up to talk about Layla and accidentally killing Layla. And then she asks, why are your eyes gold? Good question.
Yes.
He does tell her about being a wolf brother. And I think he says something about, do you think this is weird? And she said, no. I mean, you know.
She's like, yes, but I like weird.
That's what it is.
That.
Yeah.
I like that she likes weird. Like, that's fine.
They seem really cute.
They are really cute. So you're in favor. You approve.
Yes. Now I have not been, poisoned. No, just kidding. So, some people say they don't like her, and some people say they love her. Yeah. But I don't know. So I'm just getting to see whoever's on the show, and I like her. Yeah. Do you like her?
I do. I'm a little concerned that he told her about Matt and the horn. Did she mount him before he said that, or after?
No. Wait, I have it here.
Okay, go. Sorry, I jumped ahead.
No, that's where we were going.
Okay.
So he shows her the picture of Matt with the horn, and she's scolding him about it, like, wouldn't you maybe look like a fool? And then he kisses her, and then she gets on top of him.
So she did that after she learned about the horn. Not that they already didn't like each other. I know they did. So.
Did it change any?
I'm just concerned because she is a hunter of the horn. But I was calling her a horn hunter, and your brother, my husband, said he would tolerate me saying horn hunter for so long. And he's like, it's just funny because I've probably read in writing hunter of the horn for decades. Oh. Yeah, so for me, every time I would say horn hunter, I think it was just like...
nails on a chalkboard. Yeah. Oh,
she's a hunter of the horn.
Hunter of the horn.
And now she's like 1 degree separation from the horn. Yes. And so I'm just a little, I'm just noting that, like, when do people learn what, and then when do they do something? Like,
I like that you're suspicious of her. Yeah.
Just like a yellow flag.
I get it. A yellow flag, yes. They are super cute. I'm okay with it for now.
Okay, yes.
But I'm glad that you brought that up.
Yeah, I'm okay with it for now, too.
They are interrupted, though, by Alana because she's got to go heal him.
Yes.
Alana and Maxim are both there, so.
It's so great to see her back. And he's kind of all in on her again, I think, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they're like, okay, we're ready to, like, move on. Yes.
We have business to attend to, right? So, okay, Valda and Dane. Ugh. So Dane is sitting by Natty's charred remains. And do you think he feels bad? You think
I think he does.
I think he feels bad.
Does.
Yeah.
But, somebody was mentioning in our comments, like, doesn't he look different? He totally looks different. He used to be so clean cut, like, with the nice hair.
Yes.
And white cloaks are generally put together.
They're wearing white.
White,
gotta be put
and,
together.
like, there's a lot of pieces, and it's all together. He's just... Every episode, he looks like...
You're a mess.
He's like more of a mess.
Yes.
And he just cannot...
Disheveled.
Yeah. I mean, I get it. He's grieving his dad, but are you allowed to just go around in your white cloak group?
Right.
And just look like that?
Seems like they take a little
Wouldn't
more pride
they be like, hey, get it together.
Yeah.
We've got to, like... We have a certain appearance that we have to maintain.
Yeah, someone snap him out of it already.
I wonder if he's going to become a dark friend.
Oh, jeez.
Because...
Well, he's pretty close.
Because I mean, but, like, they don't view themselves as... bad. Nobody does. Right.
Yes.
But they're like all about the light, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. But now he really wants to, like, get something, like, process his dad's grief, get revenge or something, bring him back in some way. I don't know.
Maybe.
So yeah.
Do you feel bad for him?
Sometimes.
Yeah, I know. It's complicated.
Sometimes yes, sometimes no. But he did hand Natty over. He approved of it.
He was hurting her
Apparently,
too.
he has to give the stamp of approval for, like, an interrogation to happen. A questioner, yeah. So maybe he feels guilty, but he still did it.
Well, you should.
Yeah.
You should feel guilty.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, reinforcements arrive in the way of Pat and frickin' Fane, the little whistler guy.
The whistle. Oh, when you heard the whistle, how did you feel?
Shivers.
Yeah.
He's covered in blood. He says that he ran into some trouble with the Trollocs.
Yeah.
But aren't the Trollocs on his side?
Well,
I don't understand that.
I think they are there to
Oh.
help protect the Two Rivers people from the Trollocs. Right?
Protect.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
No. Whose blood is that?
I don't know.
No.
Actually,
I
you're
don't buy
right.
it. I don't buy it, Patton.
You're right. It was a little weird, right? Like, why?
I ran into some trouble with Trollocs. No big deal. I'm not going to forget that you said that. That's not
a good
true.
point. Yeah.
That's not
I
true.
didn't think about that. I want to know now, too.
So wait, we have White Cloaks, Trollocs, Two Rivers.
Yes.
That's too many.
So, because it's a very complicated,
Too many
like,
armies.
war, we want war to just be two people.
But come on. This side, this side.
Yeah, but it's not.
Now you have an army of Trollocs approaching. Just to throw that into the mix.
And probably nobody, like, is on the side of the Trollocs, right? But the enemy of your enemy is your friend.
Oh, nice.
So, if the White Cloaks want the Trollocs to kill the Two Rivers people, then, I don't know. Do you partner with Trollocs? Do Trollocs even negotiate? Do they sit down? They don't even talk, do
you
they?
can't negotiate with terrorists, apparently.
Yeah, I don't even know. Don't the Fades just, like, order them?
Yes.
They let out a scream.
Where are
and
the
then,
Fades?
I don't know.
Oh, my God.
Did they come through in the ways?
Right.
I don't know. I didn't see them.
Shoot.
Yeah.
Too much. Okay. We're going to get to the last group of people.
Okay.
So, Egwene gets scolded for entering Tar without guidance. And then they say, it's okay, but let's go back to the training. So then they teach her how to push them out of her dream. And then she does, but then she's shackled to a wheel by Lanfear, and she's taunting her again.
That same wheel that Rand was tied to.
Yeah.
Yep,
and she said, he knows about all this. He's okay with it.
Which
So-
I know. I don't think he knew.
No.
No, right?
No.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think, not at all. She's just...
She's trying to make her, she's trying to, drive a wedge between her and
being
Egwene.
herself.
Yep.
Being her typical self. More on that later.
Yes.
So, Rand, I don't know why I thought this was so funny. He comes up, Moraine is casually playing with the Sukarnan, and
She's like,
she hides it. Oh, yeah, it was real smooth. And then he asks Moraine what she saw in the rings, and if he goes mad. She says, sometimes. Asks if he kills Egwene. Sometimes. Does he kill her? Sometimes.
Yes.
So, and then he says he knows what the Sukarnan is. She's like, what do you mean? What's Sukarnan? What are you talking about? She's being very silly.
Yes.
She says it feels like it's drowning her. And that's very obviously super powerful.
Yeah.
But then she does make I think she says, or he says it, that there is a difference between the Sidene and the Sidar, or whatever, those two sides of it, right? Like, but still the one power, the source or whatever, right? But it got a little complicated
It got me too.
Yeah.
So I totally did not follow, but I liked, the vibe that I got is that Rand is saying something that made sense to her.
Got through to her.
Like he said, don't submit. Because she said, if I submit, something like if I submit, then I will lose myself, die, I think. And then he says something about don't submit. And I was like, I feel like that's more profound for especially for Rand. Like that's something big, like that's only the new Rand could say something that profound. It tied back to me kind of to like the whole theme with Nynaeve and like control versus like letting yourself just like be, you know? And even Egwene, like feeling the power. I feel like there's a whole, like it ties through to different characters. Like owning your power, like not fighting it. There's something.
Yes, there's
there.
something there.
But Rand's like, don't submit. Because like Nynaeve needs to submit, but Moraine needs to not submit. I don't know. I'm still cooking on that one. I don't know, but I feel like there's a theme. There's like a recurring theme in there with people and like their abilities and power.
Tapping into it and how much. And he even says sometimes he can't stop himself from reaching for it. And then there's like a small earthquake from this. Yeah, that's a really good question.
I don't know.
He and then Lan, by the way, he heard the whole thing.
I like how they'll kind of cut to like Moraine looking at a situation or Lan looking at they always have each other. Like like they're there for each other. Because he feels whatever, like if she's feeling fear or nervousness, he feels that too. Right?
You know, I see more fear and nervousness from her more than ever and less from Rand. So it's like they've switched. You know, he was more, tell me, what do I need to do, Moraine? And then now it's like, he's telling her what to do. Don't submit.
He has like a confidence now since he went through Ruidian. Yeah. Yeah, a little cockiness maybe.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, we're going to get right to the meat and potatoes of this because this is kind of what I was looking forward to the most was Egwene calling out Rand. What was up with your dream, right?
Yeah.
Why is she in there?
Yeah.
And then
The juicy stuff.
yes. Oh gosh, this is awkward. And then he kind of calls her out too. Okay, we've been here together. You came here for me, but have hardly seen you. Maybe cumulatively like 2 times.
And I see his point.
I see his point too.
This is why I always thought like they were already over because she left him a long time ago. That was like season 1.
Yeah.
When she was like, I want to go to the White Tower. I want to do this thing. So she already left him. And then he like died. Right? So then when they got back together, I was like, is this
not
really
necessary?
Yeah, I was like, why are you doing this? And Egwene's like, she did this whole thing, like, like amazing thing, like breaking free from the demonic thing. Like, she should be beyond. So I was kind of already like, why are you even together?
Yeah.
Yeah. And now he's like, oh, well, since you became, ones with the wise ones. So Egwene knows that she's destined or wants to do these more amazing things. But why does she hold on to him?
It's that little thread that
Yeah.
they just can't cut.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like the childhood,
Yeah.
Connection. So she asks him if he loves her, and he doesn't answer. Doesn't that say it all, kind of, though?
Yeah.
He loves her. And then he says, you never wanted me.
Which I'm like, yeah.
Kind of.
Yeah, I know. I was like, you're
This
right.
all makes sense to me.
Yeah, I was fine. I was like, okay with that.
She tells him what Lanfear's been doing in his dreams.
Which I was waiting for that. I was like, but you need to tell him.
You need to know.
Yeah.
How do you think he handled that after she tells him? He's just kind of
He hasn't acknowledged it yet, right? He's kind of in denial.
We've got to see more of that later,
yeah,
right?
that needs to be revisited.
That's not done.
Because she assumes he knows at this point, right? She's like, oh, like, or did she say, did you know?
Yeah.
And he seems sincere to me in that he didn't know. And I believe that he didn't know because even if he doesn't want to be with her, he still loves her. Like she's a significant part, loves her in a I love my friends way, right?
Absolutely.
Like he's not going to be like, you're nothing, like, and if somebody's trying to hurt his friend, like kill her possibly in her dreams,
not going to be okay with
he
that.
would not be okay with that.
No.
So I think he didn't know, but they didn't really get to work out that conflict.
No, because Samael shows up and interrupts this tender moment.
No, can you wait?
We have just 5 seconds.
We're about to get to the
will call you
meat
in.
and potatoes of this show.
Yeah, really. What we've been waiting for. It's cut short a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm not happy about it. And anyway, Avienda is there to do her thing, which is always a delight watching her fight in any situation. He has some Thor-like hammer.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about Thor, but right, he has some magical little.
Yeah, he had some people like. Did he have?
Who were they?
Were they like the Aiel like some Aiel dark friends?
Dark Aiel.
The Shido ones, the ones that like are. Yeah, maybe I don't know.
Oh, that's a good guess.
If they're helping him, they must be, and they're. I mean, we don't know of any Aiel dark friends yet, but they are everywhere.
They're everywhere. We can't. They're everywhere.
Yeah.
They've infiltrated every little
At some
group of
point,
people.
they made
Come
a
on.
deal, and then he was like, "Hey, time to go."
Been summoned.
Yep.
My little minions. And then I can't really make sense of what Rand did, but there were black weaves and there was whispering and a whole bunch of stuff happened.
Yeah.
And then, I know he made it into rubble basically,
Yeah.
but that was scary.
And did he kill Samael? Is he dead?
See, this is like what you always say. If we don't see their dead body and confirm it,
Like Ishamael was poofed into dust.
yeah,
And they've since said he's dead.
right.
So and he had to like subsume the Heron Mark sword to be dead.
Yes.
But is Rand so powerful that he can just kill him? By the way, whenever I see the black weaves come out, I just think of Diet Coke. He's using the Diet Coke weaves. Because only he does those.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. That.
Yeah.
Man, I want Diet Coke. McDonald's has the best.
Is he so powerful that he can kill a Forsaken just like that? Because why would you be running? Why are you running?
True.
You came here to run from the Forsaken, but you can just kill him?
Oh, yeah.
So I don't know. Maybe he's not dead. Maybe they're going to
He's not dead.
gonna contain him.
That's too easy.
Yeah,
No
to
way.
get some information. I don't.
But he did some crazy stuff.
He's just lying there in the rubble.
But guess who he did kill?
Oh my god.
Oh, sweet girl, Alcera. They had the sweetest exchange earlier on, and we got to learn more about the Aiel, that they're not only great farmers, they're great shepherds. And he grabs her spear, and she says something about, basically, I don't like that you did that.
Yeah.
that was maybe
dishonored
uncomfortable.
me.
Yes, so now he has toe, and she tells him how.
Yeah.
But yes, the sweet little girl was upstairs, I guess, and he tries to heal her. He tries so much, and he says, I can do anything, because Moraine tries to say, you can't do that.
Yeah.
And then he references the prophecy that says that he brings destruction and creation.
Yeah.
He's kind of laughing and crying. The madness, maybe, is
The acting was so
good.
I was like, wow.
That Yosha guy
Like,
has so much to
he
do
was
this
like-
season. Like, he's
Amazing.
I
I feel like
energy.
this whole 2 seasons prior, he was like, come on, guys. Like, I want to do something. Can I do something, please? Like, for
When's
2
my time?
seasons, where was this guy?
We
but
got a lot. This season's juicy.
this moment was like the best. Yeah. Like,
Yeah,
just,
for sure.
I just felt for him so much. Like,
Sweet guy. He's a tortured soul, isn't he? Well, Moraine does stop him, and at first I thought he might give a little pushback, but he does finally accept it, which makes me feel good about that dynamic that they still
and they
have.
had just talked about that, right? So maybe they're going to start to work together, be a little less suspicious of one another.
Yes.
I hope, because, he needed to pull back.
We need to preserve that
Yeah.
relationship, you know? Yes, and then that's where this episode.
What an episode.
Yeah, wow. Jam-packed.
Like, so much happened, and it was like in not everywhere, but yeah.
Yes,
A lot.
we were so fortunate enough to be on the Dusty Wheel speaking with Matt, and he had asked, well, Tori, what do you think's going to happen with Egwene and Lanfear? I said, she's going to let it go. And you had an amazing theory that maybe in Tar there will be a showdown. I think after this episode, that sounds more likely.
I'm so excited for it.
I can't wait to see
I
that.
can't wait. I can't wait. Yeah, and I saw. Did you watch the next preview or not preview? The what's coming up?
First of all, where are you seeing this?
Right after.
Oh,
you got to go to the end of the credits.
But I swear I went to the end of the credits.
Oh, I always go to the end of the credits and I see on the next episode and it shows things and then it has a little interview. Like they interviewed Zoe Nynaeve, what's her name? Zoe Robbins?
Yeah.
Yeah, about how to laugh. Like how hard it was. Like what would Nynaeve laugh like?
Right.
Yeah.
She doesn't do much of that.
Yeah, so that was a really cute little
cool.
interview. But okay, Isla was in it. You remember Isla, the Tinker?
Yes.
Yes, and the really cute light-eyed Tinker?
Yeah.
They're in it.
Why?
Yeah, I don't know. It looks like they're with Perrin and part of the fight. So I don't know.
They don't fight.
Yeah, but I don't
Oh
know.
my
But
gosh,
I know.
this is so
but
intriguing.
Isla, I'm pretty sure she's a dark friend.
I love that.
Which, if you are a dark friend, you don't really have to keep the other oaths of your people, right? So the oath that she takes is an oath of nonviolence. So maybe she's gonna fight. But she's a dark friend, so who's she fighting for? I don't know.
I don't know.
I just don't really know her end game, but I saw her. She's coming back. So there's going to be a big fight.
Why can't I figure this out? Everybody says, have you seen the preview? I swear I'm fast forwarding where there's other languages, the credits are in other languages. It's after that? I'm not patient enough.
I think so. I think so.
I
think it's after all that. I don't control the remote when I watch TV. It's
Let
your
me guess,
brother,
Mr. Dr.
my
S.
husband. He's in control of
I
the remote
believe
control, and we always see it.
What is this?
Yeah, so there's always like a
Sorcery.
little next episode, and then after that like a little it's like a 6-minute interview, I think.
I need to try harder.
They're really cute. I like them.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have to go back. Well, thank you. Anyway, we're just inching ourselves closer to the finale of season 3. Oh my gosh, this has just been so.
We have 2 more full episodes to go. That's a lot, right? That's a lot. It's
That's a lot.
That's like a long way from now.
Totally.
We have a lot going on between now and then.
Yeah, just kidding. We have plenty of time. Anyway, you all have been lovely, per usual. So thank you, and comment and give us what you can. You're always very generous, but also please avoid any spoilers. Remember, we've never read the books, so we've only seen what is on the screen, right? Anyway, but thank you for coming along for the ride, and we'll see you next time. Thank you. Bye-bye.